Transforming my room into a cool place to write music, part 1. Today was crazy. I got up early this morning and ordered some stuff from Amazon on a budget and got started my closet. But it didn't take long before I realized that my closet also had the dreaded popcorn ceiling, and I had to get rid of that first if I was going to do any good to reorganize my closet. So I took everything out of it, literally everything, made a mask out of an old sock, and found some goggles, some tools, a rag to hold the debris, and some warm water, and got to work. And I scraped for literally hours. Then I got started my room. So I took everything out of my room, emptied it completely, got rid of a bunch of old posters. Also took down my light fixture. It was the first time I've ever done that before. I got my lamp out of there and everything, and started scraping my room as well. I got about halfway done with my room today before I finally just ran out of time, and it was literally exhausting. I had no idea I was going to be getting into this much work, but I think it's going to be worth it at the end when my idea comes to life. Transforming my room into a cool place to write music, part 2. All of my stuff is in the hallway, and I didn't even sleep in my room last night because it's basically just a bomb of chemicals and popcorn, but I wanted to change. So I started today by removing any other items I could from my room, including my childhood obsession, this armadillo. I never named it, so if you have an idea of a name, let me know, but it has a baby inside of it. After this, I scraped off the rest of the miserable popcorn from my ceiling. You can imagine how amazing it felt to finally be done with that part of the project. But that party was short-lived because my room literally smells like a toxic bomb. I vacuumed up as many of the harmful chemicals as I possibly could. And remember that old toy chest? Yeah, we exiled that to the attic. Definitely gonna be stored tomorrow. Covered all of my furniture with cloths, and I sanded the entire ceiling. This was quite the project, and I ruined my freshly vacuumed floor. I also did not look very good. I was in sad shape. But we continued. I got the paint out and started painting my room. The day ended in me finally finishing the ceiling of my closet, which looked beautiful, and about a fourth of my room. I'm not gonna be sleeping in my room tonight, but there's light at the end of the tunnel, and I'm excited for the progress. Transforming my room into a cool place to write music, part 3. It's literally been 4 days since my room has basically been moved into the hallway and my bathroom's been trashed. And today started with a setback. The paint that I started painting with is actually spoiled, so I had to start all over. This was a bummer, but if there's anything that's true about me, I don't quit. So we got new paint. It was so beautiful and white, I couldn't wait to get started. This DIY project has really been awesome. Even though it's still in the beginning stages, I've already learned so much, which has been really cool. I also learned that apparently my arm has a freaking 50 million freckles on it, so whatever. My room is starting to be so beautiful and smooth without the popcorn. I just love it. I also painted this shelf, gave it a fresh coat, and over the course of the day, my room really started to look up. But without any lighting fixtures, when it gets dark, I get shut down. I wanted to finish so bad, but I just couldn't. So tomorrow, looks like I know what I'll be doing. See you soon. Transforming my room into a cool place to write music, part 4. Have you ever heard the saying, taking a step back can often be the quickest way forward? Well, that's what I did today. I took a step back because this project is completely overwhelming me, and I didn't know what I was getting into. And I don't think that's a secret either. Yeah, you can tell from my sock mask that DIY is not my specialty. Unfortunately, I found out this morning that I'm also supposed to be going back to work next week, which could be a major detriment in this project because I'm nowhere near finished. So I made a plan. I broke up my room project into 4 phases, and I added everything that I planned to do, and I even put a timeline and budget in so that I can keep track of myself. I had to be careful with my budget because I'm planning a surprise purchase in phase 4 that's large, and I think it's gonna be the icing to the cake on this project. Then I went with my mom to the store, got some more paint and some other tools to be able to finish up phase 1 of this project, which has easily been the largest and hardest part of it. So stay tuned tomorrow because I'm hoping to knock this thing out of the park. Transforming my room into a cool place to write music, part 5. Today I removed imperfections from my room like old nails and screws that have been embedded into my room for who knows how long. Then I filled those nicks and dings with this type of drywall nail filler. It's actually really cool. At first it's pink, and then when it dries and is ready to be sanded, it turns white. I finally finished painting my ceiling. Guys, there's no more popcorn, no more harmful chemicals. I'm so pleased with it. It looks super smooth. I love it. I took out all these electrical panels and I made a massive discovery. The original blue paint for my room from when I was like an infant. I haven't seen it since I was like 5. Fun fact, I've lived in this room and only this room my entire life and I've never moved. Then I broke for lunch and got back to work. Now, the current paint in my room is actually spoiled. Nope, definitely not. So I got this new paint called Gray Wickham. Really excited about this paintbrush though. Paintbrush is super pretty. I started painting and at first I was excited, but then guys, I'm absolutely mortified. It looks blue to me. It literally looks blue. My family says I should wait until tomorrow to make a decision, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to dip on it. Let me know if you like it or not in the comments, and I will see you soon. Transforming my room into a cool place to write music, part 6. So, if you remember from last time, I painted my room with a gray color, but it actually turned out to look more blue. During this process, I made a mistake on my ceiling and surprisingly discovered that when painted on a white base, the color actually looks different. It looks more true to life like the gray color I actually picked, and not as blue. And it may seem subtle, but it looks much more apparent in person and when it's dried. So, I got some primer and primed my entire room and got to work. As some of you said, the more I used the paint, the more consistent and better my room looked. I also found these nasty gouge marks on my ceiling from when I de-popcorned, so I got my handy pink squirter and filled the holes. Tomorrow I will sand those and paint. And then I had a lot of trouble getting my old blinds off my window, and it took me forever. The obvious logic when you're having problems with something and you can't get it off is just to cut it, right? Well, at least that's obvious logic to me. I don't know. My room it's come a long ways, but it's really starting to look freaking good, and that makes me feel really rewarded. It makes me want to keep going. So, I'll see you soon. Transforming my room into a cool place to write music, part 7. So, since I'm about halfway done with my creative project, today was all about finishing old tasks and starting new ones. I finally finished my ceiling, painting my room, painting my closet, and I started cleanup. And man, it felt so good to finally vacuum up any last traces of debris from paint and popcorn and dust and finally get my floors back. After this, it was time to tackle the trim. My amazing mom helped me tape while I painted. And over the course of a couple hours, we transformed these borders into these borders. You know, I think this is really important, but if there's one thing that I've learned through this process is that you should never doubt the capabilities of a creative and willing mind. I didn't know anything about DIY, but I pursued an idea, and I hope I've inspired you along the way. After dark, we cut power back to my room and we replaced and capped any outlets, and then I also did some other cleanup, removed any old tools or painting closet needed to go back to the garage. Then I moved some furniture around and finally got my room back. Tomorrow will be the end of phase 1 and the beginning of phase 2. See you soon.